Hi, I'm Ellen Ferrara. Welcome to Top Tips for CIOs. Today we're talking data centers with Neil Sutton. Neil, gotta admit, of all of the things that can dazzle us in the IT world, data centers seem a bit old and a bit boring. Can you argue with me?
A bit old and a bit boring. I grew up around data centers. It's my background is around mainframes as well. I started life, and I beg to differ. I think data centers, big serious issues. At the end of the day, they are the hub and the crux of the IT engine that delivers applications to end users and to customers. So reliability is key. Core developments around how we do energy management, all these things are really fundamentally grounded around the data center. But look at the excitement around when Google or Apple want to deploy a data center somewhere in the world. I'm not sure too many governments would agree with you that they're dull. They'd see them as kind of key.
Well, and I suppose one of the areas that is sexy and interesting about data centers is their role in cloud computing, which is probably the most hyped technology of this year. Is it hype or is it reality? Tell me a bit about the cloud and data centers and what you're seeing from customers.
I think cloud is very interesting. I think cloud is one of those new concepts, as you say. There's a new concept every year. Telepresence or unified comms might have been last year, maybe it's still this year. There's always a hype curve, isn't there? Cloud, there is promise, but I think in some instances we are looking a considerable number of years out when you're looking at enterprise computing. Mm-hmm. So you just got to think about what is it, hype is at different stages. Cloud for me is about how you deliver a flexible, predictable environment that deals with things like reliability, continuity of availability regardless of location or device. It enables collaboration. It enables you to try things differently. It delivers some possibilities that maybe a legacy environment doesn't allow you to have. So I think it's really interesting, but you got to be careful because a cloud is not, there isn't only one type of cloud, there isn't only one type of application.
Now let me pick you up on the word virtual, because we talk about virtual data centers, but there's still servers, there's still buildings, there's still power going into them. What does the industry actually mean when everybody's talking virtualization?
I think virtualization is about the abstraction between the physical layer and those layers above at the end of the day. It's how do you allow you to deploy resources to an application in a flexible, known way. That's it for me. So it's rather than getting hung up about a blade, you get hung up about having an amount of resource or storage capacity or the ability to serve something in X amount of time. So you've got to, for me, a lot of cloud, it's a cultural thing. You've got to be able to express your requirements in the way your actual true requirement exists, not the way you've maybe thought about it in the past.
So it sounds like we're thinking a little more about business issues and a little less about technological details.
Absolutely. Got to stay focused on why are we really doing it as an organization. At the end of the day, I believe virtualization delivers, in many instances can deliver a 30% improvement in operational efficiency and use of resources. That seems like a compelling statement and an opportunity for further investigation. And when you look at it across, as I said, how do you deliver an application to a user? Virtualization is about that end-to-end delivery across a cloud, whatever type of cloud it is, to that user wherever he may be.
And when
Great opportunity.
When it comes to virtualization and data centers, what's BT doing for its customers?
Well, we've spent a lot of money, as you know, on our 21CN infrastructure. We believe that is the core heart of the next generation delivery of networked IT services. We see a virtualized data center concept being a key part of that. And we've begun to implement in the UK a virtualized offering, which is very much infrastructure as a service that gives you that flexibility and predictability and those cost savings. And we're very excited about what we're going to be announcing later on in the year. And it isn't dull, Alan. It's really interesting. It can deliver really big benefits and can be a key part about how you do end-to-end application management.
Great. I look forward to those announcements, Neil. For more information about virtual data centers or other insights in IT and networking services, go to bt.com/global services.